Were you about to make a point?
I have something.
I do have something I would like to say, though, in response to what you're talking about. In just the idea that you don't have a conscience if you can't be in favor of impeachment.
That wasn't my point. My point is that I think
Do you believe that, though?
No, I don't believe that. That wasn't my point.
Because I think it's how, in my opinion, it's how you interpret for yourself what the Constitution is.
I agree with that.
Make your point.
I think you don't have a conscience.
Make your point.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't.
I do. I can read. James Madison put it that way. I read it. Bribery. High crimes and misdemeanors. He did it. He did it. We have proof. We have witnesses.
Make your point.
My point is rather than vote just solely with party, I do think that you have to vote your conscience and you have to vote in terms of the Constitution. That's the oath that you take.
And I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
That's the vote.
The only point I was making with someone like, and I'll speak for, this is how I feel about it. I think Will Hurd represents exactly where I am, someone who's not running again, who says, I find what he did abhorrent, but I need more for impeachment.
Okay.
I need you to lay out exactly what illegally was done, because I think what he was trying to say is it's bigger than Trump. This is about our country.
But
this
see,
is
the
about
problem that Will Hurd has is that he said, I needed to see more evidence. I needed to hear from Giuliani, but the White House is keeping those folks from coming forward.
He's the one person I'd love to hear from.
Well, they're afraid.
But the White House is being
Mitch
But it's not that they don't have bribery.
McConnell does not want the truth to come out because he knows that Trump is guilty. He knows.
Well, I think part of the problem with, and I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
George Conway, Steve Schmidt, John Weaver, I wouldn't put Rick Wilson in that category, but the middle 2 and 3, I have ethical questions to ask them as well. And so I think for conservatives, as myself, when you're using examples of people who no matter what, I believe Steve Schmidt notoriously worked for my dad and then wouldn't vote for him because of Sarah Palin.
And also worked for George Bush and Schwarzenegger.
I know him well. I know him well, Sonny. I know him well.
Yeah.
My question for Charlize Theron coming up is about the movie Game Change that has the same producers as Bombshell. This stuff is deep. I understand what you're saying, Whoopi, that if you're not as politically in tune, it doesn't make sense. But for most conservatives, when you say these names, George Conway, they'll start ringing. These aren't reliable actors for people to trust.
So
or some people. And
let me ask this question.
I think he's brilliant. He's also so eloquent and so brilliant on what he says.
I didn't think that today of all days I would have to relitigate very painful memories from my deceased father's campaign.
No, you don't
but if
have
would like
to
do that, we can.
But I have a question about Mitch McConnell. That will take it off the onus off that. Because, you know, when Clinton was on trial, Mitch advocated to have witnesses testify.
Yeah.
It was a request from the House Republicans. He said then the House managers have only asked for 3 witnesses. I think that's pretty modest. Now, if you felt that then, why don't you feel that now? Because if you say you don't have all the information, then you should be saying, let them testify, bring them in, let's find out, and let's end this BS if that's what it is. If it's not BS, you know, this idea of poop or get off the pot.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now. I want them to poop or get off the pot. Stop saying there's nothing there and let them lay it out. Let them lay the case out and stop preventing it. Because the more you prevent it, the more uncomfortable I become, because I know that I want it to be whatever it's going to be. But I don't like all this obstruction. I'm just not good.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I want all the facts before I can get to that decision. That's why I say, for me personally, I need more. I think it is terrible what happened, and I think I speak for other people as well. Let's hear from those people. It's also awful that they are obstructing and they're not letting people speak, because if you're going to find bribery, it's going to be with Giuliani, it's going to be with Pompeo, it's going to be with Mick Mulvaney, who actually had direct conversations with the president. That's the only way to figure out exactly what happened.
The White House is preventing those people from testifying.
I think it's terrible. I said on the show, I thought when you were subpoenaed, I'm not a legal expert, I believed when you're subpoenaed, you show up.
Okay, and
you have to abide the law.
One of the articles is obstruction.
Why are you guys interrupting each other?
But one of the articles is obstruction. So would you vote for obstruction?
For impeachment?
Yeah.
I think impeachment needs to be something that's illegal.
Let me ask you
obstruction
something. What does it say to you? What does it say to you when people are prevented from
testifying? I'm being ganged up on in the moment.
Oh, no, I'm asking you a question.
Welcome to my world, Abby.
Oh,
well,
say to you, when people are obstructing, when they won't allow the witnesses to testify, to me it says they're guilty.
I think what liberals always want is for anyone who's not liberal to find every single fault. I think he is terrible in so many ways. Am I voting for him? Did I vote for him the first time? No, I am not a Trump defender at all. I'm thinking about what the precedent sets for the future of this country, and how severe an impeachment should be. It divides a country. It is very unhealthy for a country to go through. I want to make sure that bribery happened. I want to make sure that it was something illegal, so that the next president comes in, he can't get away with that.
The only way you're going to know that is if they uncover everything.
Yeah,
they put everything out, and this is not liberal, this is not Republican, this is not conservative, this is American.
Agreed.
If something happened, we are entitled to know. The Constitution says we have the right to do this. And De Niro said it best yesterday. He's like, listen, regardless of what the outcome of this is, we are charged with this as Americans to do this. This is our job if we want to keep the democracy going. Regardless of who you like or who you don't like, as Americans, this is what we're supposed to be demanding.